Hi, it's Pepper J here, and I'm going to continue sharing with you our journey on how to get our song So Beautiful by John Michael Ferrari on the radio. But before I continue where I left off before, I want to thank all of you that communicated to me via Facebook Messenger, Pepper J. J-A-Y is my last name. And I would like to address two of the questions that you guys brought up. The first question is radio quality. So I've been producing John Michael Ferrari's music for over 30 years, and he's a great arranger. He plays several instruments. We can really put good things together in our studio, first in Hollywood and here at the ranch, but it does not compare to going to a real professional studio with studio musicians. Studio musicians are just, they're amazing, absolutely amazing. So we took some of our songs, 12 of them, and we're going back at the end of July for 6 more. And we recorded at Larry Beaird Studio in Nashville. And I chose Larry, well, I researched a lot. I guess that's for a different episode. But I liked his website. I liked communicating to him on the phone. And he gave us really excellent tracks. And what I liked best is that I told him what I wanted, whether it was a transition or this, that, and the other of John's that I wanted to keep. And he was able to do that and even make it better. So that was really exciting. So radio quality, I had mentioned last time that I'd hired Loggins Promotion as a radio promoter. But they wouldn't just let me hire them. They wouldn't take my money. First, I had to send them our song, So Beautiful, and they were going to tell me if they thought it was radio quality. And about maybe 3 days later, I received an email from them, and my insides turned, everything sank inside of me, and I had to figure out, how am I going to tell John I was so wrong? You know, I thought I knew what a good song was, and So Beautiful was an excellent song, and yet I get this email that says they give us a 4. That's all I saw was a 4, and I just went, oh gosh, well, 30 years down the drain of doing music, And then I thought, how could I be so wrong? I just don't understand. So I went back and I looked. 4, okay. And then you go down and they tell you, trying to use my mouse here that doesn't work so well. Thank you. They tell you that 4 is the highest. It wasn't 4 out of 10 or even 4 out of 5. It was 4 out of 4. And so I went from being down on the ground to really excited. I thought, okay, good. At least I have an idea. I mean, I listen to the music. I listen to the radio. I should know. You should know what's good music. So anyway, if I received 1 star, it meant that it needs work, okay? If I had received 2 stars, it means, well, almost there, okay? And then it says 3 stars are good potential, and 4 stars are great potential. That was our song, So Beautiful. So radio quality, they felt that it was great potential. One more thing I want to say about radio quality is that they wanted the file to be an MPEG-3 file, and they wanted it to be 360 kilobits. Okay. Now, I'm sorry, Johnny, what?
Not 128.
Okay. Now, 360 kilobits, there are other stations and other avenues, I understand, that use like 128 or different other numbers, but they wanted 360, and so we gave them that. And I also might want to mention that our distributor for the music is TuneCore, and they put it up with WAV files, .wav. So anyway, radio quality. Yes, I had to pass a test. I got 4 out of 4, and yeah, that's it in 360 kilobits. So that was that. I wanted to mention that. Oh, and the second thing that I wanted to mention was you had questions about format. So we've been making songs for a lot of years, and it is my understanding that format changes over the years. We were in Nashville and we were learning more about the current Nashville format. I heard an interesting YouTube video with some very established, well-known songwriters, and then someone mentioned, oh yeah, but that was the format 6 months ago. 6 months ago, you know, so it changes anyway. And radio format is one thing, then a format for other type of things, live performances and such. So in Nashville, at the time we were recording, which was January, February 2020, it was like there's kind of like a loose format that says if you have a bridge, you probably don't want a third verse. So we looked at some of our songs and I said, you know, John Michael, you know, we have a bridge and a third verse in these songs. So we decided to take out our third verse and be more like, because these were country type songs, country crossover, but still country based. And we would save those lyrics for another song, because they're still good lyrics. John makes, he's a great lyricist, I think. And so that was format. That's for Nashville. I don't know or understand anything about format in the other genres, really. I just know what I like. Interesting, 2 of our songs that's on the album, Be the Smile on Your Face, you'll know if you're looking at the album because it's got a picture of my goat, Ozzy, on the front cover. I went to the dentist today, so if I'm blurring my words, I'll blame it on that. Okay. So you'll know you have the right album. 2 of the songs, Nowhere to LA, is a storytelling song. It's 4 minutes. But Peggy Sue's is a 6-minute song. And no one in their right mind does a 6-minute song. I mean, on the radio stations, every 15 minutes, excuse me, wrong, every 15 seconds, they want to make sure they're making money. And so the 6-minute song is a long time not to be making any money, I guess. And if you remember Taxi, the song Taxi, that song probably wouldn't get airtime today. And we were in the middle of recording, and Larry, who's doing the acoustic guitar, he says, let's go over to verse 8. And they all looked at each other and started laughing. Well, actually, Peggy Sue's has 10 verses. So I didn't put it together for radio format. So it's your choice. We're independent, so we get to make our own decisions. You know. Anyway, so format, yes, we discussed it. And we decided to go with the flow, and we did rearrange some of our songs right there in the studio to meet format. So those were your 2 best questions. I just want to say thank you for all of your nice comments. You know, just trying to share, and I learned a lot from different YouTube things, and we're hoping that our journey might help you guys out. So we received different reports. This is the new Music Weekly report, and it's the top 40 radio stations. And I want to remind everybody that on the first week of reports, we weren't on any top 40 radio stations. The second week, we were on 1 radio station. And in that week, that radio station played So Beautiful 20 times. I thought that was extraordinary. Anyway, I don't really know because I'm feeling my way. So I look at the top 40 this week. This is our 3rd week of reports. And there's the actual top 40. Needless to say, we're not on it. No John Michael Ferrari on top 40. You know, I see the Jonas Brothers, and I see a bunch of people I know, Lady Gaga, of course you've heard of, Harry Styles, but no John Michael Ferrari yet. And then top 40 chart bound, we're not on that chart either. But we are on the top 40 up and coming. Where are we? I thought we were on this. Maybe I am confused about something. Nope, I'm confused. We're not on the top 40 up and coming. But here's what I know about top 40, is that we had no new stations. So we still have that 1 station that played top 40 last week's report. And this week, the same station but it played our song, So Beautiful, 20 times again in that next week. So I thought that was pretty cool. So that's our top 40, and I'm surprised we're there at all, so I think that's very exciting. Let's see, now this is Country Digital. Country Digital, we're actually on the chart. This is like absolutely amazing, absolutely amazing. Country Digital, we came on the chart last week at number 28. We are now, let's see, we are now on the chart at 22. So the lower the number, the higher on the chart. That's really cool. We have spins this week. This week's spins, we had 22 spins, so 22 people played it. And 22 people played it last week, and this week 114 plays we got on digital radio. That's really cool. That's an increase of 322%. My math is not that quick. What are you saying? Oh, who's above us and below us? Well, okay, so right above us is Lady Antebellum, and above her is Don Fairs, F-A-I-R-E-S, and then Brad Paisley.
How many hits did they get when they played?
On this, spins this week, Brad Paisley got 219 on the digital country. Lady Antebellum got 210, and John Michael Ferrari got 208. So that's pretty cool, Johnny Ferrari. There you go, John Michael. Very good. So that's very nice. That's actually on the chart, not just on the up and coming chart. We're really on the chart for Country Digital. That's so cool. And then we added, this chart tells us we added 5 Country Digital stations this week, radio stations on digital. So that's really cool. We went from, let me see, where is that? It's hard to read what I'm doing here. Yeah, we had station ads. We had 5 new stations for Country Digital. So I'm very excited about that. This is country. Okay, so that was Country Digital, which in my opinion is probably easier to get on than country. So I imagine the country stations also have digital, and I'm not sure chart-wise how that works or anything. So this is the country situation this year. Oh, there's my mouse again. Johnny, I need a new mouse. So we're not on the country chart. There's the top 50. No John Michael Ferrari. Not yet, anyway. Be positive. I'm being positive. Chart bound, that's not us. Luke Combs has a chart bound song and different people. Up and coming. So we are up and coming here, and we're moved up. We've moved up. We have 25 plays on the country stations, and in the up and coming chart, we are now, where am I? Country, we are at, we went from 27. We started on the up and coming chart on 27. On the country chart, we went to 15, and now we're at 16. So we're right there in the middle of the chart, right there. So beautiful, with 25 spins this week, 25 spins last week, and we had 1 ad. So we had 1 actually real country station, radio station, add us since last week. What, honey? What are you asking me, dear?
Who's next to us?
Okay, let me find us again. Okay, so I don't recognize. Tracy Lawrence has a couple of above us, and Kenny Chesney has number 1 on the top with 103 spins on country. You had 25 spins. Also on here, Toby Keith had 15 spins this week. So that's what that's about. And then, okay, so that's, now this is interesting. This is the indie music singles chart, and we're not on that. Boo, boo. Okay, so let's get rid of that. Let's go here. This is the Hot AC. Again, AC stands for Adult Contemporary, right? Okay, and 13 seconds left to upload. AC and Hot AC. Let's remember that last week we were, here's this, okay. last week. This week, let's see, Hot AC chart. This is just the actual chart, and we're not on that. Lady Gaga, Alicia Keys, Katy Perry. I'm looking. Chart bound, we're not on that either. Up and coming. Why aren't we on here? Am I confused? Let me go up and look a second. Let me just see what I'm looking at. Okay, I'm getting confused. Okay, so we're not on the chart, and we're not on the up and coming chart. No. And we are, okay, but here's where we are. We're on the prime mover. Okay, so I'm not sure what prime mover means. We're at the bottom. Yay, we're at the bottom. And we've increased 60%. So other prime movers up here would be Katy Perry with her single Daisies. She's up 71%. John Michael Ferrari, So Beautiful, with 60%. And then here is the indie music singles chart. Indie music singles chart. And we're actually on the chart. We're on the indie music singles chart. That is so, so cool. Last week's placement on the chart, we were number 28 out of 30. This week's we moved up. We're 26 out of 30, so we've moved up 2 points on the indie music chart. So that's again for adult contemporary indie music. That's so cool. So yeah, we started out on this chart on 29. Then last week we were 28, and this week we're 26. I think that's very cute. We had 69 spins. 69 spins.
This is a crossover song. Explain that.
It is a crossover song. You can come and get on the tape with me and talk. That's okay. All right. So we had 69 spins. Okay, Johnny, I'm going to send you to your room in a minute. Okay, we had 60.5% increase because last week we had 43 spins, 43 plays on adult contemporary. And the weekend before that, we had 5. We added 1 new adult contemporary song. Now, a lot of times a song will come out and they're clearly in one genre or another. They're clearly country or they're clearly pop, clearly blues or something like that. So Beautiful by John Michael Ferrari is definitely a crossover. It was intentionally a crossover. People think it's a little country because it has a slide guitar. It doesn't have much slide guitar. And I think that's why we're getting on the adult contemporary chart. So that's very, very cool. This is like a real chart, not an up and coming chart. So I'm real excited about that. And that's what that's talking about here. So yeah, we're on a real chart. I'm very excited about that. And then let's see what this is. Okay, so this tells us the report on all the different stations. They tells us what the different stations are that are playing So Beautiful by John Michael Ferrari. They're telling us if it's a digital station or not a digital station. Sorry, digital. It's telling us also if it's in this country and another country. I noticed that we have some stations in France, Belgium, Germany, Luxembourg, Romania. I don't remember the other ones, but this is what it looks like. And it tells us either whether it's actually played our song or they've put it in their library. So I don't know if they've played it and put it in the library or just put it in the library. And I'm not really sure what all that means either. And here's like, it tells us where it is. Like this is El Paso, Texas, St. Cloud, Minnesota, Lincoln, Nebraska. Now, some of them, some of them says serviced. I'm not sure what service means. I think that it means that Loggins Promotion sent our song to them and suggested it and they haven't heard back, so I had to find out more what that means. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Once again, we are definitely on gaining steam, so I'm really liking it. We're getting a lot of hits on YouTube, And keep in mind, we have all these different kinds of YouTube channels. I didn't intend it to be that way, because just to show you how much I don't know about things, I had created a YouTube channel for John Michael Ferrari. And then when our distributor, TuneCore, put his first album up, things that he created like in the 90s and even before that in the 60s and stuff like that, they created their own John Michael Ferrari topic. And so that's what that's about. So this is it, John Michael Ferrari topic. And then he has John Michael Ferrari singer-songwriter. And then he has a third one, John Michael Ferrari motivational singer. That's because he used to host with Jamie Kalman the motivational chat show. We used to have a separate YouTube. We don't kind of do that right now, but he still does keynote concerts and living room concerts where he's sort of speaking on subjects and playing at the same time. So being a motivational singer-songwriter speaker. Anyway, keynote singer, something like that, keynote concert. And so we have three. One of the questions asked me about that, and I appreciate that. Also, one of the questions asked, you see John Michael's songs on other people's YouTube channels. And that's because we've had like students that wanted to sing one of her songs, or people that have asked, you know, they're published. You know, you can sing anyone's song if it's already published. So yes, if you search John Michael Ferrari with quotes around it, you'll be able to get to that. I think that's about it. Did I answer all the questions? John, is there anything you think that I should be?
They want to hear the song, they just go to YouTube?
So on YouTube, we have 2 music videos for the song. One is a trip to Paris we took in 2017 with a lovely young lady, and we took pictures, and that's you'll still notice it because that's this one right here. You can see her pictures there. And the other one actually has a 1940s picture of my mom, because we just took a whole bunch of our friends and family, a few family members, lots of friends. You know, we really think almost all of you out there are really beautiful. And a whole lot of you out there are beautiful inside and out. And that's what that music video is about, is that we come in all shapes and sizes and colors. And really, we're all God's creatures, humans, one race, human race. And we're all beautiful. So that's what that music video is about. I appreciate your support. And thank you for being nice to me.
Next week we'll be back.
And if we keep going down in the charts, which is up in the charts, lower number means higher status, I'll be back, or else I'll just be in my room crying. Thank you. I'm Pepper J. Thanks for tuning in. Bye. Thank you, Johnny.